I'm sticking with the flyweights and two of the most exciting guys in the division, in my opinion, looking for a title shot. I think the fight of the night could definitely be Alexandre Pantoja taking on Askar Askarov. This one has fight of the night written all over it. Current odds coming in on this one. Pantoja is a 2-1 favorite, according to Bet Rivers and DenverSportsBetting.com. Pantoja is minus 200 as of this recording, and Askarov comes in as a plus 160 underdog. I got to know Pantoja a little bit in my days at Access TV with Access TV Fights. He was with the RFA before the RFA and Legacy merged to become the LFA. He went 2-0 in that promotion. And in my opinion, Jordan was just on a different level from a lot of the fighters. You could see early on that this kid was something special. He is a contender who could get his name in the title mix with a win on Saturday. And just how high is the UFC on Pantoja? Well, he was the favorite to replace Figueiredo if his COVID-19 test turned up positive. So they like up what they're seeing in Pantoja too. 26-fight veteran that really pushed Figueiredo to the scorecards when they fought about a year ago, losing a close decision. But the Brazilian Pantoja, this is a guy who can, submit you. He can use his power and his punches. He's relentless and is really just a finisher. And then you add into the mix that he could be one win away from a title shot. I think that there's a lot going for Pantoja in this fight. Askarov, though, is as tough as they come. This should be a really entertaining bout, and that's my fight of the night.
I would have to agree. You brought up some very, very compelling points about this matchup, and especially as it relates to Alexander Pantoja. If you think back to when he was on The Ultimate Fighter, that was a collective of everybody on that season was a champion in the flyweight division from their respective promotion. So he has had a pattern of success, or sustained success, I should say, that's gone on since before he was in the crown jewel of MMA promotions. So that's a guy who is definitely worth keeping your eye on. And this is a matchup as a whole that is worth keeping your eye on. If anybody goes back, and he doesn't have a name that you don't really, or that you really kind of gravitate to as far as Askar Askarov goes to, but if you walk away from watching his fight with Tim Elliott and tell me that you weren't entertained, then I've got to question what you're looking at when you're watching fights. Because both of these guys are explosive. Both of these guys are extremely active. And just as you said, Ron, we're finally hopefully going to crown another champion on Saturday night. This starts to put the wheels in motion as far as what is the pecking order for who gets a next title shot, and how does the rankings for those next few guys in line really start to sift itself out, because those are two guys who are definitely in the equation, and there's a few who are very worthy of that consideration that are starting to kind of work their way up. We had another top 10 flyweight get a victory in Julian Paiva the other night for the UFC. So there's action in that top tier as far as the flyweights go. I cannot wait to see how this one plays out, and I think that you have that right. That has fight of the night written all over it.
It's the flyweights in the spotlight at UFC on ESPN Plus 30. If you like guys that have one speed and that's fast forward, the flyweights are for you. All right, Jordan, my man, enjoy the fights. We'll do this again next week.
Yes, sir. I'll see you then.